Today, I want to show the unboxing of this new set of pricking irons from Sinabroks. I will then review and go through all the considerations I made before buying them and how I thought they compared with the competition. Then, before I wrap up, I will chisel and stitch some leather with my favorite linen thread to see how the stitches look. So let's get started. It comes in a nice box with the Sinabroks logo gold printed on the front. Opening it up and having a look inside, the pricking irons are seated in a black foam. These are a set of 2-prong and 10-prong pricking irons. You can get away without buying a 1-prong iron, as you can just use a stitching awl instead. The more prongs on your bigger iron will get you straighter looking stitches, and a 2-prong is a must for curved stitching lines. The handle is made from solid brass, with the prongs and the prong holding section made from steel. Each iron has the Sinabroks logo, number of teeth, and spacing etched into the handles. These Sinabroks irons are big and heavy and feel really solid in hand. Combined with the polished brass exterior, these look and feel very high quality. I decided to go with a 3.38mm spacing, as I already have a 4mm crimson iron set, so a 3.85mm set would look a little bit too similar. When I was looking for new pricking irons, there were 4 brands that I considered. They were Sinabroks, KS Blade, Crimson Irons, and Kevin Lee, which are all very similar to each other. They are all good quality tools and all around the same price point of $200 for a 2 and a 10-prong iron set. They are all modern type pricking irons with very thin prongs that allow you to punch completely through thick leather, making an awl not required when stitching, and this makes them all beginner-friendly tools. The angle on all of the irons is about the same at 45 degrees. So what sets Sinabroks apart is the width of the prongs, of which it is the widest, so it should give a more pronounced angle of the stitches. Some other good things about Sinabroks is that the prongs are replaceable by yourself if broken, and personally I really like the polished bronze finish, and I think they are the best looking of all the bunch. In terms of availability, Sinabroks need a few weeks for production as they are all made to order, whereas the other irons are kept in stock. However, I found many of the other brands had the 3.38mm irons out of stock and unavailable for purchase. There really only is one drawback for me on the Sinabroks, and that is the bulky bottom section, which makes it a little bit harder to see your stitching line, so you do have to look around the chisel a bit. Now, let's punch in a row of stitching holes so we can see how the stitches look. This is a piece of vegetable tan leather that I've glued together with the grain side on both sides. The combined thickness of the piece is 2mm. I will start by marking in a stitching line with dividers and place the prongs on the edge of the line to keep the hole straight. Here I have completely punched through the leather and will not need to use an awl for stitching. These prongs are easy to punch and easy to pull out of the leather as they are factory polished and sharp. The holes look a little bit big now, but we'll see again after I hammer down on the stitches later. For stitching, I will be using this Chinois Lanka Blaze size 632, which is a linen thread around 0.51mm thick. Set the 2 thread ends to the same length and then proceed to saddle stitch. Now let's take a closer look at the stitches. After hammering down on the stitches on the right half of the sample, the holes have closed up nicely. The backside is also looking good, with well-defined stitches on the hammered down half. I'm really happy with the look of these stitches, as they have a nice, distinct angle, and they look very clean. I'm looking forward to using these irons for my next projects, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can see them in action. If you have any comments or questions about Sinabroks or any other pricking irons, please leave them in the comment below. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.